It's very simple. You would use the meeting ID and passcode provided on the flyer. Again, if you're having trouble with your audio during this computer or from your computer, please refer to the flyer and the meeting code and ID is there. And just call in. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Kia. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So on behalf of the Family and Community Empowerment Team, I would like to welcome you all to this webinar. We're going to be talking about Google Classroom. So I ask that you be patient with me. I will be translating. I will be going back and forth in Spanish, and I will try my best to go over every little detail. Please understand that we are learning as we go. So again, be very patient with me. Bienvenidos a todos. El día de hoy vamos a platicar un poquito sobre lo que es Google Classroom. Vamos a explorarlo un poquito. Les pido que tengan paciencia. Estamos aprendiendo también y pues son bastantes personas las que están conectadas. Entonces voy a tratar de describir las cosas bien. Si tienen alguna pregunta, en la área del chat pueden escribir su pregunta. So if a question does come up, please feel free to write your question in the chat area. There are a lot of us that are connected, so I'm going to try my best. Kia, she's my partner in crime. My supervisor, Sean, she is also logged on. So we're going to try our best to filter those questions and address them as best as we can.
And Priscilla, before you get started, just to let everyone know, we will be recording this session and we will make sure to upload it to the website. So again, no worries, just enjoy this wonderful presentation being provided by Priscilla. And we will make sure to provide you with plenty of resources and this recorded webinar from our SCUSD website.
Thank you, Kia. Here we go. So what is FACE? So we are a part of the Family and Community Empowerment Team at CERNA. We provide trainings and information technical assistance to the schools within our district. Nosotros somos parte de este equipo de la familia y el empoderamiento de la familia y la comunidad. Estamos en las oficinas del distrito, en el CERNA Center, y les brindamos apoyo a las escuelas. Again, my name is Priscilla and Kia is my partner, and we are both your facilitators within this district. Just so you know, we are also mommies, so we understand the stressors behind being at home with our children and trying to make everything work. So please understand that we are also going through it, and we are here to support you in any way that we can. Mi compañera Kia y yo estamos aquí para apoyarlos como mejor podamos. También tenemos nuestras hijas en casa y entendemos lo difícil que son estos momentos. Entonces, por favor, sepan que estamos aquí para apoyarlos. Our next Zoom training will be for Zoom, how to use Zoom. That next one will be Tuesday, September 1st at 3. Tomorrow we will have another Google Classroom webinar. So if you want to jump on back and maybe you didn't understand something, you can definitely log back on. El siguiente tema será de platicar sobre Zoom. Ese se ofrecerá el martes 1 de septiembre a las 3. Mañana también tendremos otra plática sobre Google Classroom a esta misma hora. Entonces, si quizás tienen alguna pregunta o no entendieron muy bien alguna parte de la presentación, mañana se pueden conectar también y pues pasar un ratito con nosotras. Okay, perfect. So what we have here, this is the main screen, the main page of our school, of our district website. Here you can find a lot of information and a lot of resources pertaining to back to school. Aquí tenemos la página principal de lo que es el sitio web de nuestro distrito. Aquí pueden encontrar mucha información muy importante sobre este año escolar. However, I do want to show you all that we have, let's see here. Here we go. An updated. So this is an addition. In addition to the main website, we now have this special site, distance learning at SCUSD. So the way you would get here, you can see it on the screen, is learn.scusd.edu. Here you can find all kinds of information regarding distance learning. So as you can see, technical support, tutorials, parent toolkit, just information to further support you and support your children on this unique journey. Entonces aquí lo que ven ustedes, este es un sitio web nuevo que está diseñado especialmente para el aprendizaje a distancia. Aquí, si ven acá arriba donde tenemos el mundo, dice Select Language. Ahí podemos escoger en qué idioma queremos que se presente la página para nosotros. Y aquí pueden encontrar asistencia técnica, información de cómo usar los programas, tips sobre cómo sobrellevar estos tiempos difíciles. Sí. Y como verán, el sitio está arriba y dice learn.susd.edu. Perfect. So under tutorials, you find that there's a list here. Clever, Google Classroom, Zoom, Chromebooks, other tools, and Infinite Campus. So if you go over to Google Classroom, you'll be able to find this additional information. So as it explains here, Google Classroom is an online tool where all your students' schoolwork is organized, completed, and stored. If we go further down, it says, how does my student access Google Classroom? So this is where students will use to actually log on to Google Classroom through this platform of Clever. Ahora, lo que tenemos aquí, si vamos a la área donde dice tutorials, que está aquí en medio, y discúlpenme, ahorita, bueno, podemos intentarlo. Vamos a intentar. So if we go to Spanish, vamos a español, Spanish. Aquí está. Entonces, tutoriales. Y acá tenemos la lista de la información que podemos encontrar aquí. Entonces, tenemos inteligente, Google Classroom, enfocar, Chromebooks, otras herramientas. Entonces, si vamos a Google Classroom, aquí nos explica. Google Classroom es una herramienta en línea donde se organiza, se completa y se almacena todo el trabajo escolar de su estudiante. Entonces, si vamos hacia abajo, podemos ver cómo accede mi alumno a Google Classroom. Entonces, ¿cómo es que nos vamos a meter a esta plataforma virtual de lo que es el salón virtual? Entonces, a través del programa Clever, ellos usan su información que su maestro o el director de su escuela le proporciona. So in order to be able to log on to Clever, you're going to use the login information that your school provided. So please keep in mind that this means it's typically the first dash last name of your student at scusd.edu, and the passwords are the same passwords as last school year. Entonces, la información para meternos a este programa típicamente es el primer nombre de su estudiante, tenemos el signo, la línea, el apellido y @scusd.edu. Y la contraseña es la misma contraseña que el año pasado, antes de que saliéramos de vacaciones, usarían la misma contraseña. If for whatever reason, your password isn't working, or maybe you're new to our district, you would ask the teacher, you would ask the principal, what is our login information, and they will provide that information to you. Nuevamente, si quizás la contraseña no funciona o son nuevos a nuestro distrito, esa información la tienen los maestros, el director de su escuela, la directora, y ellos les proporcionan esa información. So once we have logged on, we are gonna go, sorry, I can't find it. There we go. So once you typically, have logged on and maybe you're having issues finding this page, you can always go to the Google site, the main site. And if you go to the right, I've heard people refer to this as the waffle. I don't know if you all are familiar with that term, but the waffle on the right-hand side, you click on it and there's a list of all the applications, the programs that you have on your laptop. So here you see that it says Classroom. So that's the Google Classroom. That's where you would also click to log on. Entonces cuando quizás ya estamos registrados, ya tenemos todo en orden y no encontramos dónde está la página para meternos. Si abrimos las páginas de internet y vamos a Google, aquí al lado, bueno, ese es el lado derecho para mí, aquí en la pantalla, he escuchado a personas que dicen que este es un waffle. Entonces, por ahora vamos a decir, ¿verdad? Que quizá el waffle, si hacemos clic, ahí miramos, aquí arribita, el pizarrón, ese es Google Classroom. Ahí es donde ustedes entrarían. So once you do that, you will be taken here. So this is the main site, the main page for your classes. So this is where you will find if you are enrolled, if you need to enroll, what classes am I taking? Here's where the list is. Aquí esta es la página principal donde tenemos la lista de las clases en las que estamos inscritas. Allí también es donde podemos agregar las clases que tenemos que agregar. Let's see here. I'm just going to briefly pause. Sean, Kia, do we have any questions? Is there anything that pops up that maybe so far in the chat room, have there been any questions?
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry, there was some technical difficulty. They switched my account, so I had a little minute to get on there. So some of the questions that are coming up are, I didn't get the information on my child's login. You can get your child's login information through their school site. So you would want to contact your school site, call your school site, and they will provide you with that login information and work with you to get that. There's also a new district distance learning parent toolkit online, and we'll be sharing more about that later. But there's also a lot of information about login and passwords on that as well. That's one of the bigger ones. People are talking about their book pickups. That's scheduled through your site. You should be notified, and this is the week they're distributing at the beginning of next week as well. Your site will notify you when those pickup times are and when makeup pickup times are, and you will also be able to pick up a Chromebook if you do not have one for your student. Make sure you have a Chromebook for every one of your students in your household.
Perfect. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah,
and
that's what we've got so far.
Thank you. And this is the toolkit Sean was referring to. This is available on that pretty new website that we have launched. And here you can find all kinds of information, resources, just everything that you can think of that will support you. So if any more questions come up, maybe we can explore it a little bit more later. Este es la área donde hubo unas preguntitas. Aquí tenemos información sobre recursos de cómo seguir apoyando a las familias. Este es el nuevo sitio que el distrito acaba de crear para ustedes. So I'm going to go back. Here we go. So, voy a regresar. Si hay más preguntas, podemos platicar un poquito más sobre ese sitio web. Okay, here we go. So, when it's time to add a class, so there are a couple of ways that you can enroll in a class. If your teacher has already enrolled you, then you will see this here. So if we see the red and the blue, so our math class, right here we have received an invitation from our teacher, and all we have to do is click join. Aquí tenemos tres clases, la de matemáticas que está en roja, la de español en azul y la de lectura en verde. Existen dos maneras para inscribirnos en una clase. La primera es que la maestra o el maestro nos manda una invitación. Entonces, cuando ellos nos invitan, aquí sale en nuestra pantalla que tenemos que hacer clic para hacer join, para agregar la clase. So once you click join, you will be enrolled. Another way to add the class is that your teacher gives you a code. So if we go over here to the right-hand side, you will see, we will click on here and it says join class. So here, once you click, it will ask for a class code. And that is where you will enter it and you will click join. La segunda manera que podemos agregar una clase es que los maestros, la maestra, nos dé una clave. Entonces, si ellos nos dan ese code, una clave, nosotros iríamos aquí al lado derecho de la pantalla, hacemos clic y escogemos la opción que dice Join Class. Aquí ponemos esa clave, el code, y ya en cuanto la ponemos, aquí va a salir join Class. Entonces, ya al presionar Join, estaríamos inscritos en la clase. So, let's go ahead and go into this reading class. Perfect. So we have joined the class. It's the first day and it's time to get to work. So how do I know, what assignments I have? How do I know how to communicate with everybody? So let's look at the main menu. Over here, you'll see the option to look at all your classes. So if for some reason maybe you get confused, or maybe I get lost exploring this site, I can always go back here and it takes me to my main page, and where it lists all the classes. If we click here, you'll see a calendar, and that calendar, so go ahead and click on that. It will show you what assignments are due this week and for the following weeks. So as long as the teacher is posting on there, you will see the due dates on your calendar. So here you see, we continue to go down. You will have a to-do list, and then again, the classes in which you are enrolled. Entonces aquí, so I will go back, classes, we have the list. Okay, listo. Entonces aquí, este es el menú principal. Aquí tenemos la opción para regresar a la página principal donde tenemos la lista de clases. La segunda es la opción para el calendario que acabamos de ver. Ahí tenemos la lista de las cosas y las fechas para cuando se tienen que entregar los trabajos y las tareas. The next one here that I want to point out is the to-do list. So here you will see what assignments have been assigned. You will see what is missing and what has been done. So here you see this week, today we have a writing assignment due at 4:59. We have another assignment due tomorrow, and then Friday there's another assignment due. Entonces aquí, nuevamente vamos al menú principal, vamos hacia abajo donde dice to do, y ahí nos da la lista de las tareas que están asignadas, lo que tenemos que hacer, lo que no hemos hecho y lo que ya está hecho. Y aquí tienen la lista, ¿verdad? Aquí dice, tenemos un trabajo este primerito que dice, se tiene que entregar hoy a las 4:59. Tenemos otro que se tiene que entregar mañana y otra tarea que se tiene que entregar el viernes. So here, when we go to missing, so yay class, we don't have any missing work. Aquí no tenemos nada porque estamos al día. Estamos al día con nuestras tareas, entonces no nos falta nada. If we go over to done, okay. So here we'll see what we've already submitted and if it has been graded. So good job, team. We submitted an assignment and we got 99 out of 100. Entonces aquí en esta área, nos muestra qué tareas hemos entregado y si ya el maestro o la maestra ya les puso una calificación. Entonces, en este caso, muy buen trabajo, equipo. Sacamos 99 de 100 en esta tarea. Entonces, aquí van a tener la lista de todas las tareas que han entregado en esta semana. So, if we go back to the main menu, so then we have, again, the classes we have enrolled in. We have the archived classes, and then we have the settings. So here in settings, you have the option of turning on or off the email notifications for your student. And it shows you what options you want off and what options you want off. Aquí, si volvemos otra vez al menú principal, vamos hacia abajo. Tenemos las clases que han sido archivadas y tenemos la opción de configuración, que son los settings. Aquí es donde podemos activar o desactivar las notificaciones de esta clase. So, let's see here. So, we're going to go to the class. Okay, perfect. So, here is the main page for the class. So, Reading 101. We are going to go to this first part. So where it says stream. Here is where we can view posts. We can view announcements from our teacher. And if the teacher allows it, students can respond to teacher's post or to each other's post. So there can be a discussion here if the teacher allows it. So if, as you can see here, Mr. Sanchez said, welcome. Entonces aquí lo que tenemos es la página principal de esta clase. Entonces esta es la clase de lectura. Aquí en esta primera parte donde dice stream, los estudiantes pueden ver los anuncios que los maestros han hecho y si el maestro o la maestra lo permite, los estudiantes también pueden publicar y aquí pueden tener una conversación. Entonces, si ven ustedes aquí, el maestro, el señor Sánchez, puso aquí, bienvenidos. Entonces, ese es el anuncio que él puso para nosotros y es ahí donde lo vamos a encontrar. If we go to Classwork, there we go. So Classwork, we will be able to view assignments. Aquí en la parte del medio es donde podemos ver los trabajos de la clase. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que ha sido asignado? Y ¿qué es lo que tenemos que hacer? Entonces, you will see the list of assignments that are to be done and the different sections. So here we have a general section of the work that has to be done, but back as we go down, you'll see that there is a section. So it says novel. So maybe this teacher said, okay, we read this novel and this section will be pertaining to that novel. Entonces aquí, como les comento, aquí es donde vamos a tener la lista de las tareas y puede ser que el maestro o la maestra tenga diferentes secciones aquí. Entonces, como ustedes verán, aquí tenemos 2 tareas que se tienen que entregar, pero hacia abajo, aquí dice novela. Entonces, aquí esta sección lo que me está diciendo es que estas tareas, estos trabajos son acerca de este libro que hemos leído en esta clase. So if we go, Okay, so again, we'll find all assignments, returned assignments, and missing assignments. So if you see here, if you notice the colors, this is color coded. So this gray one means that we have submitted it and it has been graded. So if these are colored, so in this case it's green, not all of them will be green. It all depends on, you know, the configuration, the settings your teacher has. But in this case, if there's a difference in color, then that means that that assignment still hasn't been done. Entonces, si ponemos atención aquí en los colores, el color gris indica que la tarea ya la entregamos y en este caso, pues ya recibimos una calificación. El color verde en esta ocasión significa que la tarea aún no la entregamos, aún no está hecha. Puede ser diferente por cada clase, no siempre va a ser verde, entonces para que no se me vayan a asustar si no ven ese color. Todo depende de los gustos de los maestros. Okay, so if we go over here, view your work. So this is another area. So this is what I really like about Google Classroom, that there's multiple places where you can see what work needs to be turned in and what has already been turned in and what the grade was. Eso es lo que me gusta mucho de esta plataforma de Google Classroom, que existen varios lugares donde podemos ver qué nos falta, qué necesitamos hacer y qué es lo que ya hemos entregado. En este caso, llegamos aquí. We clicked on view your work. Fuimos a esta sección donde tenemos la lista. So here, so again, classwork, view your work. Aquí es donde vamos. Perfect. So then we see the list. So this was assigned. You see the due date. This one we already got graded and these were assigned. Entonces aquí nos dice, aquí está la fecha límite donde tenemos que entregar las tareas y aquí a la derecha vemos la calificación que recibimos para ese trabajo. So if we go over here, again, you will see assigned. Nuevamente la lista de lo que nos asignaron, lo que nos regresaron y lo que nos falta. So here, if you notice, there is a comment box. So that means that we received feedback on our work. Si ven esta cajita aquí, quiere decir que el maestro o quizá la maestra nos dio comentarios sobre nuestro trabajo. So here you'll see, Mr. Sanchez said, great job. So here you will see if the teacher provides feedback, you will find that here. Entonces, en este caso, el maestro, el señor Sánchez dijo, muy buen trabajo. Entonces, si ese es el caso de que los maestros están dando comentarios sobre la tarea, aquí es donde lo vamos a poder encontrar. So, let's go back. Here, click on this. So, let's go back to Classwork. So, let's see here. Let's go to, we see writing assignment. So that is due today. So if we click on here, vamos hacia la parte del medio. Aquí tenemos una tarea que tenemos que entregar ahora a las 4:59. Entonces vamos a hacerla juntos. So we click on here, view assignment. Vamos aquí, hacemos click, and it takes us to the assignment. So the question is, how are you feeling today? And this is worth 100 points. So you better be feeling good. Aquí vemos la pregunta. Dice, ¿cómo nos sentimos el día de hoy? ¿Cómo se sienten el día de hoy? Aquí tenemos los puntos y aquí tenemos la opción donde podemos platicar con nuestros compañeros y preguntar, ¿entendieron la tarea? ¿Cómo la vamos a hacer? Pásenme ideas. Pero no copiar, ¿verdad? So here you'll see class comments. So here you can ask your fellow classmates, you know, hey, can somebody help me with this assignment? You know, can somebody define feelings? You know, here you would have a conversation with your classmates. So you would type it here. So this is public. Esto sería público. Todos en la clase lo podrían ver. Everybody in your class would be able to see that. So if we go to the right, okay, sorry, there we go. Okay, so if we go to the right, you'll see where it says your work. So we have a few options here. So depending on how the teacher created the assignment, we can add. So we can add a file or we can create one. So it could either be, you know, a Google Docs, Google Slide, or you can use whatever the teacher had already attached to submit your work. Entonces aquí lo que tenemos es que existen múltiples maneras de cómo hacer el trabajo. Iríamos aquí donde dice Your Work y presionamos aquí donde dice Add or Create. Aquí tenemos la lista de cómo podemos entregar esta tarea. Entonces, podríamos agregar un documento o podríamos crear un documento nuevo o una presentación, que es esto, slides. Entonces, I will click on here. So this is something that was already attached. So this is Google Slides. And I have put, I am feeling happy. Entonces, nuevamente, presiono aquí y me sale esto. Yo me siento muy feliz. Entonces aquí, esta es mi tarea, lo voy a entregar. This is my homework, I have done it, I'm going to submit it. So then I go back and I hit the turn in button. Entonces ya cuando yo termine con esa tarea y digo, ok, esto me quedó súper, ya está listo para entregar, entonces iría aquí al botón verde y presionaría Turn In. Acá abajo, donde dice comentarios privados, esa es una área privada para mí como estudiante para mandarle un mensaje a mi maestro o a mi maestra. No sé, podría ser una pregunta o podría ser espero que les haya gustado mi trabajo, una notita, cualquier cosa, un comentario privado y apropiado que el estudiante le tenga que decir a la maestra. O puede ser, maestra, no entendí muy bien el trabajo, pero aquí está. So down here, you will find the private comment section. So here is where your student can share a comment in private with the teacher. So this can be anything like a question, of course, appropriate, regarding the assignment. So maybe it can be, you know, Mr. Sanchez, I just want you to know that I'm new to this program. I don't really understand Google Slides, but I really tried my best. So here you would click and you would send. So this is a private comment. Nobody else in the class would be able to see it. Entonces, porque es un comentario privado, nadie más en la clase lo podría ver. Kia, Sean, any questions?
Hi, everybody. It's Sean. We have had several questions and we've had some great, may I say, great dialogue. Parents, you're helping each other. We're all working as a team on this and I really appreciate it. There are a lot of questions about Infinite Campus. Your Infinite Campus account is for all of our students, and that is a place to access their attendance, any grades, any assignments. So it's a place that your teachers will be using more and more, even in the elementary level, which they did not necessarily do before. People are asking about parent controls. You are the parents, you will have control. There was a question, I was just in the middle of typing this, if your child can block emails to you. No, don't worry. I know that that can be a concern, especially as our kids get older. They don't want us all in their business, but you will absolutely have access. And always remember, you can contact the teacher, you can contact the school site, and they would be more than happy to help you. We are working as a team. So those were two of the biggies. And keep them coming, you guys. If there are other questions that are not about this presentation, please just put your question and your contact information in the chat, and we will make sure after this meeting to refer them out to other departments to make sure you get answers to your questions. We won't be able to take them in this meeting, but we certainly want to make sure we don't miss any other questions that you might have.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, perfect. And I do want to point out that shortly I will discuss Guardian summaries. So please stay tuned for that, and that's more information on how we can stay updated with our students' work. Ahorita en cortito vamos a hablar sobre los resúmenes para los padres, y esa es una manera para estar informados sobre las tareas y lo que están haciendo nuestros hijos, el trabajo que están haciendo. So let's see here. Let me go back here. Okay, perfect. So we saw how we can create the Google slide. So I'm going to delete this. Here we go. So add or create. So let's say that I want to create a document. So it's generating the document. Aquí estamos creando un documento. Se le refiere como Google document. Here we can type entonces aquí podemos hacer nuestra tarea. Okay, it's not. Happy. I am feeling happy. Estoy muy contenta. So you will see here that it shows you last edit was seconds ago. Aquí nos dice, este trabajo se guardó. Entonces, para que no tengamos ese temor de que se nos va a perder la tarea o se nos perdió el trabajo, porque aquí dice, está guardado. So here it'll tell you, it's been saved. So you don't have to worry about it going missing. So if we go back, you will see here that it's there. So if I close this out, si cierro la otra página, aquí queda el documento. And it pops up and it shows what we worked on. Entonces, al abrir esa página, enseña dónde nos quedamos. So once I am done, we see the turn in option here. Entonces, ya cuando terminé yo de escribir, aquí arriba tengo la opción para entregar el documento. Entonces, I can turn in. Here we go. So turn in your work. One attachment will be submitted for writing assignment. Entonces aquí me pregunta, vamos a entregar esta tarea. Aquí está el documento que creamos y aquí es donde pondríamos turn in. Entonces al presionar eso, la tarea se entregaría. Just for this presentation, I'm going to click cancel because I'm going to use the same one tomorrow. Solamente por esta vez voy a presionar cancel porque esta es la misma información que vamos a usar mañana, pero para sus estudiantes ellos escogerían turn in. Ok, listo. So, let me go back. Classwork, so here. Okay, again, here we have, we're under Classwork again. You will find that you can also go to Google Calendar from here and you can access your class drive. So that is where the teacher will most likely put assignments and classwork in. Aquí nuevamente regresamos. So I'll do that again. I clicked on reading. It took me to the main screen. Estamos en la página principal de la clase y fui a esta parte donde dice classwork. Aquí está el calendario otra vez y aquí es donde la maestra o el maestro también pueden guardar trabajos que se tienen que hacer en casa para los estudiantes. If we go over here, people, this will have the list of the people who are enrolled in this course and it will show who the teacher is as well. Aquí, cuando presionamos en la opción de People, aquí nos va a enseñar quién está registrado en la clase y también nos va a enseñar quién es el maestro o la maestra. Entonces aquí sería, ¿verdad? Aquí tendríamos la lista de todos los estudiantes que están en la clase. Okay. So I will go back to classes. Okay, aquí tenemos la lista principal. So let's talk about guardian summaries. So if I want to get a summary of the work that has been assigned, a summary of what has been done, what my child needs to do, then I will contact my daughter's teacher and I will say, I want to get these summaries. So you have to request it from the teacher. This email includes, again, missing work, upcoming work, and class activities. Estos resúmenes que los padres pueden recibir bueno, ustedes ahorita hablamos sobre eso. Son resúmenes que se solicitan directamente con la maestra. Entonces le pedimos acceso al maestro o a la maestra y esto es para recibir un correo electrónico que incluye qué trabajo falta, qué es lo que ha sido asignado, qué se aproxima en cuestión de trabajos y tareas y qué actividades han hecho en la clase. So how often you get to choose how often you want these summaries. So once you get the email from the teacher and you say, you respond, it's a button that, you agree that you want to receive this guardian summaries. You get to choose how often you receive these summaries. So it can be daily or it can be weekly. Entonces ya cuando usted le pide a la profesora, al maestro, estos resúmenes, ustedes escogen qué tan seguido quieren recibir esta información. Entonces, esa información es por correo electrónico y ustedes pueden escoger si quieren recibir las notificaciones diarias o una vez a la semana. Y nuevamente, pues esto es un correo electrónico donde obtienen información sobre los trabajos que han hecho en la clase. So you would have to accept through that email. So guardian summaries will not generate if there is no activity for the given time frame. So if I chose daily and today there wasn't much going on in the classroom, there wasn't anything turned in, then I wouldn't receive an update. Entonces, yo no recibiría un correo electrónico con la información de lo que sucedió el día de hoy si no hubo actividad. Como por decir, si no entregaron nada y no hubo ninguna actividad, entonces yo no recibiría un correo electrónico por ese periodo dado. You will also not receive a summary if the teacher turned off notifications for their class. So if the teacher, marks that in settings and turns off the notifications, you will not receive a summary for that day or maybe for that week. Si la maestra o el maestro desactivó las notificaciones de su clase, entonces por ese día o por esa semana, dependiendo en cómo lo tiene, cómo escogió usted las notificaciones, no recibiría esa notificación de lo que se hizo en la clase, no recibiría ese correo electrónico. And you will not receive a summary, the summary will not generate if guardian accepted the invitation but chose not to get notifications. So if you choose not to get notifications, then you're not going to get notifications. Entonces, si no recibe un correo electrónico con ese resumen, es quizás porque aceptó la invitación, pero usted decidió no recibir notificaciones. Entonces, en las configuraciones, por alguna razón, usted puso que no quería recibir, entonces, pues, por eso es que no le llega el resumen. Okay. So these are, I will go back to the parent toolkit. So this is the new website. Ladies, I don't know if there was more questions about this or if there's any other questions we should address.
Chris, there was just a question if you could just talk a little bit again about Clever. Folks are wondering if they have to have two separate accounts. So Michael actually gave a great answer. Clever is a portal to all the resources, including Google Classroom. Passwords can be reset by the teacher according to this very new up-to-date website. Thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you. That was very, very good. So here we go. So if you see here, so I'll use this opportunity to kind of explore this site. So this is the main screen. Entonces, hubo una pregunta sobre el programa Clever, que es funciona para ayudarnos a entrar a los programas como Google Classroom y cualquier otro programa que la escuela tenga disponible para apoyar el aprendizaje de los estudiantes. Entonces, vamos a explorar ese programa a través de este sitio web. So here we are on the main page of distance learning at SCUSD. So then we will go to tutorials. Vamos hacia al área de los tutoriales y vamos hacia abajo, Google Classroom, Zoom. So if we have a question about Clever, you can go here and then here we go. Clever is a portal. The Clever portal is a single login for your student to access all of their school and district resources, including Google Classroom. Entonces aquí nos explica qué función tiene este programa. If we scroll down, it says how to log into Clever. So here we see how to log into Clever using your Sac City Unified student email or password. Entonces aquí nos enseña cómo podemos entrar a Clever y así poder entrar al Google Classroom. A ver. Okay. Can you be seen?
Priscilla, I believe you're not sharing your screen at the moment. When you switch to ask for questions, you didn't switch back to share for your screen.
Okay. Can you see it now? It says you are screen sharing.
No, we just see your beautiful face.
Okay, let's see.
Actually, I'm seeing the distance learning page.
It's just my view then.
Everybody's saying
everyone can see your screen. It's just me, you guys, just me.
Okay.
We're all learning here.
Okay, perfect. Entonces aquí miramos cómo podemos ingresar al salón virtual de Google Classroom a través de Clever. And then you can also see here, it says log into Clever using a Clever badge. So if you do have that option, it shows you on here how to log on. So there's a link, and it tells you click the Clever badge. You hold your badge up to your computer camera. So that's pretty cool. That's very neat. Aquí si su escuela le dio una tarjetita, puede ser quizás así como esto, un badge, aquí le da las instrucciones de cómo entrar a esta área, aquí dice portal, y usar lo que la escuela le dio, arrimándolo a la cámara, y de esa manera puede ingresar al salón virtual. Okay. Any other questions, Sean? Kia?
No, I just wanted to point out, if you can see, even going down, we've had some questions about Infinite Campus. We've had some questions. You see here about your email, your student's password, all one-stop shop there, everyone. So a lot of the questions you have can be found on this webpage now. We really did work to consolidate it so you didn't have to search everywhere for this information. There's a question the question out there is Clever available for high school?
I believe it is, right, Sean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody said, is it for 5th grade? Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. And yes, it really is a one-stop shop. You can see here, you have forms, notices. Entonces aquí en este sitio, la verdad que tenemos todo disponible en cuestión de información para ustedes, para que no tengan que estar buscando constantemente. Aquí tienen el número, pueden contactarnos a través de correo electrónico. So it's just great information for our parents.
And Pris, can I just note that you can go up to the top of the page. You'll see it right on the left-hand side, the very top in the green bar, there's a lock, and then there's select language. If you could go over to select language, click on that.
Yes.
That's how many languages. Just click on it and all that information is translated into that language. Someone is asking, will tomorrow's class will be the same? Yes, it will be the same. We're trying to give as many options as possible for people to access this information. We also post the recording online. So if you need a refresher, if you want to share it with a friend, it will be up online by tomorrow morning. And I want to apologize. We have somebody who's kind of decided to scribble on the screen, and I can't seem to find who you are, but whoever the artist is, if you could not do that, that would be great.
El día de mañana también vamos a tener esta presentación. Hubo una pregunta que si iba a ser lo mismo. Sí, va a ser lo mismo. La misma información. Quizás si tienen alguna pregunta, igual se pueden conectar y acompañarnos. I'm just repeating that tomorrow the meeting will be the same information.
And if parents or friends of yours have had a difficult time getting on the platform, you all broke the platform. So they are working to extend the platform to include more actual folks in the room. And they're working on that even as we speak. So I apologize that if you did not, or your friend did not get in to any of these trainings. Again, they're online, they're posted video right online of what we just saw, and also PowerPoints that you saw here as well. And we, as I said, will extend the capacity just as soon as we can.
Okay, perfect. So here you have our contact information, our emails, our office number. If you have any questions, again, you can type them in here in the chat. We will do our best to reach out to you. Make sure to include your email and we can reply. Aquí tienen la información de nosotros, nuestro correo electrónico, nuestro número aquí en la oficina. Si tienen alguna duda, por favor, déjenos saber y pues estamos aquí para apoyarlos. I see a question here about our Zoom webinar. There will be another Zoom webinar on Tuesday. And really our goal with that is to kind of understand how our students are using it. We go over the different features, right, Kia, of how we can participate in this virtual classroom, this virtual setting.
Yes, I read the chat as well. I facilitated the Zoom conversation last night. Again, we are not experts, and our goal is not to create parents as experts on either of these platforms, but to give you the basic tools and basic tips to navigate. The person you really want to be in touch with to give you the site-specific information for your child's classes, how to access all the tools to prepare for back to school will be your child's teacher. If you have not received correspondence, you need to reach out to your school's principal or office manager to give you that information. Again, the purpose of the Zoom is to really go through the basic functions, how to join the meetings. It's a real novice level of information to get folks comfortable, because technology, and this is a new climate we're all navigating to the best of our abilities together. So really just a basic knowledge of how to just feel comfortable utilizing the menu commands, how your student will be able to interact and engage with the teacher and their other classmates, some helpful resources to support you, along the way if you encounter any issues and things like that. So again, basic tips, novice level.
Thank you, Kia.
You're welcome.
All right. Sean, anything else you would like to share? No? Okay. Perfect. So I will take this time to say thank you again for joining us. We are trying our best to be here, be present for you. Please remember to be patient with yourself, be patient with your children. Remember to hug them and tell them that you love them oh so much. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Estamos intentando estar aquí presente para ustedes. Por favor, tengan paciencia con ustedes mismas, con sus hijos, con sus hijas, y recuerden de darles muchos besos y muchos abrazos. And I will see you tomorrow if you decide to join us. Y pues nos vemos mañana si deciden acompañarnos. Thank you, everybody.